Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
They're polite. I mean, they just take the time for you.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
I like the Angels for what they've done for me.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching, and thanks as always to the producer of our series, Jeff Durall. We're in the President's office, Sheridan Hall at Fort Hays State University with Fort Hays State President Dr. Mirta Martin. Commencement 2016. And what do we need to know?
My second commencement.
Your second?
I am so thrilled and so excited. There's a lot of things that people need to know and that we need to be excited about. First and foremost, we have two commencement ceremonies to celebrate the achievements of our graduates. The first one is on Friday at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and the other one is on Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning. This is a shift from previous years, and so we are asking those who wish to celebrate with us to keep that in mind. If you're coming off of the bypass, as you know, there's only one way in. However, now that we have a shuttle service, we invite our guests to also park on the campus proper, because we will have the shuttles going back and forth, and it may be a whole lot more convenient for them to park and jump on a shuttle and be dropped off at the door of the Coliseum. So we're looking forward to welcoming alumni, to welcoming parents, to welcoming guests, to welcoming family members at a time that is probably one of the most joyous times of the year. You know, I've spoken with you that commencement and move-in day are my two favorite times of the year. Both times you have the twinkle in the eyes of the students, of the parents. You have the tears, one of joy, the other one of joy, the other one of sadness, the other one of sadness. But it's a wonderful time to be at Fort Hays State during commencement. And of course this year, you know that it's going to be an incredible year, a history-making year. Thanks to the nursing department, the Kansas Board of Regents this year awarded Fort Hays State University the opportunity to have the very first doctoral degree. And as a matter of fact, we will be welcoming that first founding class of Doctor of Nurse Practitioners to our campus in the fall. But as a result of that momentous decision, and the fact that we now have a doctoral program, we will be able to award the very first doctoral degree in the 114-year history of Fort Hays State University to Kansas' son and our nation's hero, Senator Bob Dole. And so he's coming home to deliver the keynote speech both on Friday and Saturday. And from what I understand, he's tickled pink that he's receiving this doctoral degree, and I'm more tickled pink. So it will be a joyous day, a joyous weekend, a time, as I said earlier, where we celebrate the achievements of our students and the hard work of our faculty and our staff who have instilled and inspired our students to become their better selves.
224 more graduates than last spring's commencement total of 3,570.
Well, you know, it's our duty to not only attract Kansas and our nation's brightest minds to Fort Hays State University, is more importantly our duty to graduate them, to ensure that they cross that finish line. And we're very much committed to doing so. Our responsibility is to provide them with the tools, with the skill set, so that one, they can graduate, and secondly, so that they can be part of the economic engine of our state, of our nation. And so part of our quest as administrators, as faculty, or staff, is to give them those tools so that they can have meaningful employments, they can have meaningful careers. And one of the things that we can boast about at Fort Hays State University is the fact that 95% of our students are placed into meaningful career within 6 months of commencement. So, you know, as a student, as a parent, as a family member, you know that if you come to Fort Hays State University, when you graduate, you're going to be able to find a career in the field that you studied. And so it makes a difference. Our small classes make a difference because we know you for who you are. You know, one of the things that we can boast about this graduating class is the fact that so many of them have achieved so many accolades, have reached so many milestones. For example, all of the seniors who apply to professional schools in medicine, in dental school, in physician's assistants, 100% of these students got into those professional schools. That's not something that every school can claim or boast. And that happens not by chance. That happens because our faculty and our staff are dedicated to instill in them the knowledge and the wisdom to make them successful. But it also happens because the students open their minds to receive that knowledge. So it's a two-way, you know, it's like a marriage, you have to give and take, okay? And so that's what's happening. And we're very proud of all of these accolades. I mean, we've got student athletes who have gotten into medical school. We've got arts students. We have liberal arts students who have achieved milestones that haven't been achieved. So I know that we're in the right path to educate the next generation of leaders, and we do it because of the commitment to excellence of this family. And I'm not just talking about the people within the walls of Fort Hays State, but also the community, you know, because you look after the kids, Jeff looks after the kids, the community looks after the kids, they employ them, they give them opportunity, they provide them counsel. Many of them pull out their checkbook to write a check to help them with their studies, to support the university through gifts, financial gifts, as well as gifts of time, gifts of volunteering. That's very, very, very critical. I really have never witnessed a community that is so much a part of an institution. And you know, you and I have had various conversations, and I talk about it all the time. In my previous life, people would say, what's the relationship between town and gown? Because there was always the town and the gown. And here I always say there's no town and gown because we're one, and we really are. The fact that members of this community who don't have children in Fort Hays want to come to be part of the commencement speaks volumes, because they see this graduating class as part of their own family. They've made relationships with each of these students. And so their celebration is our celebration. And that makes us very distinctive.
And those strong components of Fort Hays State, strong faculty, commitment of the educators, small class sizes, affordable tuition.
Second most affordable in the United States.
In the United States, no less. And successful graduation rates.
And our staff.
And the staff, of course, too. Absolutely. And we've talked to many of them over the years. Well, without giving away the entire routine here, what's the president going to address the graduates about? What's the message?
The same message that I have given them for the 2 years that I've been here. Live a large life. Think and dream larger than yourself. And use your intellect, your God-given talent to improve the human condition. That's the essence of leadership. That's the essence of giving back. And I have no doubt that our students, our graduates, will make Fort Hays State University proud.
The other component of this will be the alums who will be coming back and who also will be interacting on the Fort Hays State homepage with the streaming of the live presentation of commencement, or the Tiger Media Network, one of those two areas. What do you want the alums to know about this last year of Fort Hays State University?
Well, I want them to know that they need to come back home to take pictures, because if they blink too fast, they may see a much changed university in the next couple of years. As you know, we started construction of $88 million worth of construction on the campus of this university this past homecoming. In the next 2.5 years, we will change the footprint of this university more than it has been changed in the previous 100 years. We are building the 21st century university to educate and welcome, to embrace, to love, to educate, to inspire the 21st century student. And so, as you know, we have more than 9 projects that take place, so the alumni need to come and experience their alma mater. You know that we broke ground during August. Well, actually during October, during homecoming, on the Dane G. Hansen Entrepreneurship Scholarship Hall, state-of-the-art facility, first of its kind in the nation, that will educate the next generations of entrepreneurs so that they can, by the time they graduate, they will be able to become employers to their peers and stay in Kansas where they belong. If you don't go by that construction site in a week, it's changed. I was gone for 3 days and I came back and it was like, oh my, they put that up already. So you blink and things are changing as we speak. Then of course the West Hall replacement will become a new state-of-the-art facility, almost 500 new beds, designed almost like a horseshoe, because what we want to do is we want to place in each one of these halls learning communities. All of the data suggests that students will stay in school if they are aligned with an affinity group, with somebody that thinks and feels like they do. And it doesn't have to be necessarily based on major. It could be, I like to go hiking, so you have a hiking affinity group, or I like to do service work, so you have a service work affinity group. And so that's a way that we can unite these students to stay in school, to be engaged. You know, if you're by yourself and it's a pretty day, you say, well, it's a pretty day out there, I think I'll skip class. If it's raining, it's a rainy day out there, I think I'll skip class. If it's not, I think I'll skip. But if you have somebody that says, come on, let's go, you're going to get yourself out of that room and you're going to get to class. So that's the reason that we're building that. Of course, you know that in April we went ahead and broke ground for the theme housing. Which is a politically correct way of saying the Greeks are coming back home, which is great. From there, tomorrow, actually, at 4 o'clock, we break ground on the state-of-the-art track and field facility. Our student athletes need it at home, have the right to have a home. So we're very excited to do that, and that will take place off of the bypass by the intramural fields. So we invite the entire community to come out and celebrate with us. During the summer, one of the parking lots here at Fort Hays will go away, and that's the one that's diagonally from the Student Union, and that will become home to the new Applied Technology building. So yes, alumni, come back home because you need to see that. Once that's up and going, the Davis Hall will come down. That facility could not be renovated. And in its place, we are raising money to erect a 3-story one-stop shop for Student Success Center. Again, all data suggests that if we could keep students together, they're going to stay in school together. And our job is not just to get them here, but to get them across that line, like this weekend, successfully. And so imagine as a parent bringing your child to Fort Hays and having and being greeted by the smiling face of one of our students, and then taking a tour of the university, visiting with our faculty in the classroom, with our staff, and then coming back and say, yes, we want to come to Fort Hays. So right then and there, they'll have the ability to have an advisor, to sign up for classes. Fast forward, so the student comes, they're having a little bit of problem perhaps with their classes, so they come back there. They have the tutoring center, the advising center, they have the Kelly Center, they have the wellness center. They want an internship, they have the internship center, they have the career services center. It's all one. And so we will be raising funds to erect that building. Next to it, we have already laid out the new art building, bringing attention to the roots again of who we are. Part of the reengineering was that we split the College of Arts and Sciences into the College of Arts and Humanities and the College of Science, Technology, and Mathematics. So we're bringing attention to majors that have been distinctive. Our art department is second to none. Our music, we need to bring attention to those things that make us unique. You know, this morning I was on the radio and I was saying my grandmother taught me that there's several things that need to be worn and displayed. Art, music, and jewelry are to be displayed so people can enjoy them. So we're going to be bringing attention to that through this new art facility. After that, then the art department will move into that new art, state-of-the-art building. We'll renovate Rarick so that it will be home to the School of Education. And then right across the street, the old power plant, the only building on campus that's brick, will be gutted and it will become the Moss Thorne Museum of Fine Arts. We are home to an incredible collection of art through the generosity throughout the years of many, many, many donors. And we have preserved them and we take care of them, but they're in the vaults of the basements of our buildings where nobody can enjoy them. So we will be taking them out of the vaults so that our family throughout the state, throughout the nation, throughout the world, who choose to make Fort Hays State University their destination of choice, can come and see the generosity of students, can come and explore and appreciate art, and can come to Fort Hays State to see the distinctiveness of university that we have. And that's just in the next 2.5 years. So, you know, God only knows what it is that we're going to do after that. So don't blink. Don't blink too quickly.
Absolutely. And be sure and visit the campus often. Commencement 2016 with President Mirta Martin. Note the time, 6 p.m. Friday, and the new time of 9 a.m. Saturday morning. The commencement will stream live on the Fort Hays State homepage and the Tiger Media Network. From the offices of President Mirta Martin, our Community Connection.
Thank you.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hays and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the Angel Care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel Care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.